Hey guys, what is going on today? I have some exciting news for you guys. I was actually just about to post my Dead Rising video essay when I figured out through IGN that Capcom just released a teaser for the new Dead Rising teaser. And let me just reiterate, the Dead Rising, the original Dead Rising game, they just posted a teaser for a remaster of the game. Let me play the full clip for you guys right now.
Say, buddy, you mentioned something about research for a story. Frank West.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
Woo-hoo!
Now, I don't know if you can hear the excitement in my voice, but it's been a long time since we've seen anything related to Dead Rising. The last Dead Rising game was Dead Rising 4, which released back in 2016, that everybody who is a fan of Dead Rising knows that it was a complete disaster. And there was a rumored Dead Rising 5 that was going to come out that ended up being cancelled because of the poor sales of Dead Rising 4. Now, if you aren't familiar with the Dead Rising franchise, Dead Rising is a name you probably haven't heard of in a long time. This game was created by Capcom way back when the Xbox 360 had just made its way into the mainstream with the Halo game series. The concept for Dead Rising originally was supposed to be a follow-up to the game Shadows of Rome, which was an alternate, fictionalized version of the assassination of Julius Caesar, but the development crew wanted to make something that would appeal more to the Western market, and on that day, Dead Rising was born. Now, this is absolutely exciting, not only because of the Dead Rising franchise finally coming back, but I guess it wasn't what I was hoping for when I heard that they wanted to revive the franchise, but it's sure as shit close enough. I was hoping for a more fleshed out reboot, but it's good to see that they were going back to basics. Let's hope that they fix some of the janky AI that the game originally added, and maybe they'll add something new that'll hint more into what the future of the franchise might be. And who knows? This could lead us into a full fleshed out reboot where we can get to see some different outbreaks in different locations, with new characters, with new villains, with even maybe some new references to old villains from the older games. I'm hoping that in this game they bring back some of the classic combo weapons, because even those weren't originally in Dead Rising itself, it made its debut in Dead Rising 2. It would still be nice to have it featured in the original game just to spice things up in terms of what the zombie slang is going to look like. Judging by the trailer that we saw, it does not seem like the original voice actor is going to be making his return as Frank West. But the voice actor definitely sounds a lot closer to what Frank West did sound like in the original game. If they do decide to go down this route, bringing all of the combo weapons back and a lot of the new things that Blue Castle Games had added to Dead Rising 2 and 3, in a way that I really hope it'll keep the spirit of the original game alive. This not only brings new hope into what more we could see of the franchise, but this just proves that Capcom has been listening. Now, let's get into some of the theories as to some of the new things we might be able to see in this remaster. I apologize in advance if I make a few mistakes here and there. I am just so excited to see that this game is finally making a return. I personally have been a huge fan of this franchise for a very long time. I have played all of the mainline games, all of the spin-off games. I've even watched the damn movies. I am a huge Dead Rising fan. For starters, I would like to see a lot of new game modes get added besides for the 72-hour mode and the Infinity mode that was added to the game, in the original game at least. I would love to see a new sandbox mode like what we saw in Dead Rising Off the Record. Another huge thing would be new psychopath bosses to have to fight through. And maybe we'd be able to get to see new areas of the mall that were unviewable because of the technical limitations of the time at the game's release. I just really hope that they bring back the combo weapons, because it would be so cool to see some of the new combo weapons that they came up with in the original Dead Rising, slaughtering fucking hordes and hordes of zombies. Let's just hope that they keep the vehicle modification to a very small limit this time, like in the original. I really want them to be as faithful to the original game as possible while adding the good ideas that were implemented in the later games. Now, there's not a lot that we know about this game at the moment, but I'm sure new information will be revealed as time goes on. That's all I really wanted to talk about today. Keep an eye out for my Dead Rising retrospective that should be going live tomorrow night. Thanks again for watching, and have a good night. Also, before you go, if you enjoyed this video, please click another one, as that's how the YouTube algorithm works, and if you like this video, maybe it'll recommend it to somebody else who enjoys this style of content too. My next video will go more in depth into the franchise and some of the different things that made this franchise so amazing, and some of the things that made it not so good. Thanks again for watching, and again guys, have a good night.